I got this. I got this. Huh? Uh-huh. Agent, the Admiral's waiting for you.
Put him through, Major.
Agent Graves, how goes your travels?
So far, so good. The extra protection certainly helps. We are now only a few hours away from the base.
Good to hear, Agent. I wish you the best of luck on your investigation.
Thank you, Admiral. I will report to you when I reach the destination.
Graves, we have an incoming transmission from the Grand Inquisitor.
Fascinating. Put him through.
Agent Graves, I've called you to ensure you understand the weight of this investigation.
I appreciate your concern, Grand Inquisitor, and I can assure you that I fully understand.
Good. Because if you fail to find out why one of my Inquisitors has gone rogue and missing, your punishment would be dire.
I respect your urge to threaten me, Grand Inquisitor. However, I must remind you that this operation is under ISB control. The Inquisitorius have been ordered to stay out until further notice. In other words, you are being investigated by us.
Very well then, Agent. I simply wanted to check in. Just know that I would very much appreciate your success for all our sakes.
You know me, Grand Inquisitor. You can expect the best.
This case is very interesting.
Indeed.
The idea of an Inquisitor betraying the Empire is unheard of and terrifying.
We'll get to the bottom of it, as we always do, old friend. Any word from one of those bounty hunters yet? Not yet. We need to give it more time.
Commander.
What is it, droid?
I have just received word that an ISB convoy is on its way to our base.
ISB? I wonder what they're doing here. When are they arriving?
It would seem right now, sir.
What's going on here?
Your guess is as good as mine. I am Agent Graves of the ISB. Do you have any idea what ISB stands for, Commander? Imperial Security Bureau. Correct. And recently, in your unit, we have detected a breach in that security. Now, over the years, I've dealt with many deserters, from lowly troopers to officers, and maybe even an admiral or two. But an Inquisitor? Now that is something I have never seen. An Inquisitor gone rogue. So that's why you're here. The AWOL Inquisitor. Correct.
Commander, I am receiving an incoming message from Captain Ajax in the town.
Play it.
Alpha Squad, I may have the rebel you're looking for. And he has 2 mercenaries with him.
Those might be the rebels we're looking for. We need to go into that town and meet with Captain Ajax. Need I remind you, Commander, that I am not here for some lowly rebels. I am here for the rogue Inquisitor. Look, I understand that, but with recent attacks, I have room to believe the two are connected in some way. Just follow us into town. We'll see where the trail takes us after that. Very well, Commander. I will follow your lead, for now. Captain, we are here on behalf of the ISB. Agent Graves, I think I'll take point on this one. Very well, Commander. Well, this was definitely one of our bounty hunters. I remember him. Did you just say bounty hunters?
Yes. I saw the rebels fighting them right before my eyes. I contacted you as soon as I could.
They couldn't have gotten too far. fully capable of doing yourself? Yes, I did. I knew if the rebels saw any Imperials, they would abort their mission. We need to know where they're going. Sounds to me like a perfect waste of Imperial credits. You could have gone undercover. Look, if you want to sit here and criticize my leadership, then criticize. But if you want to actually get something done, I suggest you help us out. Well, in my experience, the best way to get proper information in an investigation is to start with the cantina. Very well. You and I'll go ask around.
This is a private club. You're going to need a reference to be here.
How about the Imperial Security Bureau? Is that good enough for you?
Very well. Welcome to the Rusty Clanker Cantina. So what can I get for you today, sir? You look like a spotchka kind of guy.
In my free time, perhaps. Information. We're looking for the rebels that just got into the fight outside. Do you have any idea where they went?
Well, that kind of information isn't usually free around here. I will take care of this, Del. The rebels you are looking for fled town via the southern exit. I suggest you search that road.
Thank you for your cooperation.
The rebels paid us to be quiet, boss. Don't worry, my friend. They will not make it to the rebels on our watch.
Did you find anything out? Yes, however, I always like to get a second opinion. Alright, I think I found someone who can offer one. He's a bounty hunter. As far as I'm aware, his name is Soren. Greetings, Soren. I am Agent Graves with the ISB, and I have some questions here for you about the recent rebel attack. Perhaps you can tell me where they fled.
Ah, those rebels with the Mandalorian fellers?
They had a Mandalorian?
Yeah, 2 of them. I recognize them from the bar. The rebels must have hired them for muscle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure them fellers fled down south. No idea from where there, though.
Thank you for your cooperation, Soren.
I hope I have your attention, imps. The rebels have paid the Salor Syndicate for protection. We shall deliver on that promise.
On second thought, Soren, the Empire will pay you handsomely to help us take these Slemos down.
You don't have to ask me twice.
Spring the trap. Sir, I knew this was a bad idea. We need to get out of here. You all right, my friend? You lead the way to the ship.
All right, Dakar. This is what I trained for. I'm the boss, I'm the boss, I'm the boss. Oh! Pathetic criminals, running away when things turn south. Hold on. I'm getting a transmission from one of our hired bounty hunters.
Commander, I have not found the rebels, but I have found something that I think you might find more interesting.
All right. We'll get down there as soon as possible. Let's go see what this is about. All right, Locke. We need those rebels and we're looking for leads. So what exactly am I looking at?
Commander, what you have in front of you is the body of your missing Inquisitor, or at least what's left of it. I tried to follow a different trail than the others. Found this along the way.
What happened to him? Because this is not what he looked like when I last saw him. Okay, well, what is that?
I was about to get to that. One of yours, I presume. That helmet was all that was left.
Interesting.
It must be some sort of parasite, if I had to guess.
No, it It's no parasite. I've seen this before. I know what it is. What are you talking about, Graves? What we have here is an ancient Sith spirit, likely summoned by the opening of that crate, possessing victim to victim. This is not my first experience with such things. I have seen one while on assignment on Moraband. The thing killed damn near the whole regiment I was in. Well, clearly the thing's already on the loose. All this time I thought the Inquisitor was on the rebels' payroll. Clearly this is a lot deeper than we initially thought. But look at this. The Sith left a trail. I have no doubt this is where the rebels are headed. You were looking for a lead, Commander? This is it. Well, then I guess we have to follow this trail to see where the rebels are. This thing's going. It will be, no doubt, a trail of bodies, I assume. What's your plan then, Bounty Hunter?
You contracted me to find and kill the rebels, not find this mess. Job's not done. You lead the way.
Good to hear. Let's move out.
This is Commander Rowe. I found the temple from the map. This also seems to be where that Sith was headed. I'm laying low right now. The arrival of the Imperial troops is inevitable. I request a full planetary invasion force of those willing to fight. If we can only harness the power from this temple, it may be strong enough to bring the Empire to its knees. Over and out.